are you going?
I'm going to work, if that's all right with you. I've got a living to earn. I've already had the morning off as it is.
I thought you might have taken a couple of days off at least.
Why, am I not well?
Come on, Dad, you know what I'm talking about.
I've got a company to run. If I don't do it, nobody else will. The jobs don't stop just because of a bit of a domestic upheaval. Two separate issues, son.
Is that what it was?
Regardless of what it was, or what it's going to be from here on in. I'm short-staffed, and even if I wasn't, I couldn't trust any of that lot to switch the lights on and off in that office from now on. Life goes on whether we like it or not.
Oh, do you want a lift?
No, thanks. I'd rather walk. All the fresh air's gone out of that house now.
Oh, we'll be expecting to see you tonight?
You might see me sooner if Paddy gives you the sack for hanging about in the street gossiping. Go on.
What should I tell her? Just say we're not in.
You don't know where we are.
And ringing up every 5 minutes isn't going to make any difference.
Hello, Steph. No, sorry about that. I was just, untangling me wires. Yeah, well, why don't I tell them to phone you as soon as they get in? All right. You straight away, yeah? Yeah, all right. Bye. Oh, I can't keep lying, can I?
She'll get bored eventually.
What was it this time?
Oh, same as before. Can I speak to my dad? I know he's there. If I'm gonna keep lying, at least give me a decent story to work with. Hello. Well, what am I supposed to do about it, Steph? When he wants to talk to you, he will.
Give it here. Alan does not want to talk to you. Just leave us alone, OK? Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. And she can get as angry as she likes. I don't care.
I am sorry, Betty. You shouldn't have to feel that you're under siege as well.
There's no need to keep apologising.
If you didn't look so wounded, I wouldn't feel so guilty.
Oh, so it's my fault now?
No, if it's anybody's fault, it's Mrs. Hope's calling me up like that.
I bet she doesn't come out here and apologise for dragging you away. What's the problem?
She doesn't see things like we see them.
You're not flipping kidding.
I admit it. All the doom and gloom disappeared once she had an audience in front of her.
Talking about making you responsible for her emotional state. I thought we were supposed to be concentrating on us, not silly, brainless, feminist, pathetic imaginary crisis.
Well, that's really not fair.
Afternoon.
Is it?
You upset him?
We were sorting out our priorities.
Politeness not being one of them, obviously.
Mrs. Hope, I spent last night minding your business. I thank you not to interfere with mine. You got carried away with Johnny, whatever his name is, and you came unstuck, which is nobody's fault but your own. You proved last night you'd rather have sympathy over insight, so I suggest you get a dog, because it won't tell you anything you don't want to hear. That's all I've got to say. Excuse me.
I do not have to listen to that in my own shop. Premises that I happen to own, don't forget.
What do you intend to do about it?
I intend to go to the pub. I'm sure you'll manage.
Do you mind making yourself scarce for a few minutes?
She works here.
Yes, I know. I was just hoping that we could talk about a few things.
I'm glad you're here as it happens. Come through.
I was saying to Jimmy, things may look bad right now, but there's nothing that civilized people can't work out in the end.
Trouble with me, I'm not that sophisticated. Nor am I stupid enough to fall for you twice. Yeah, got a present for you. Sorry I didn't get round to wrapping it. I think you'll find it's all there. If there's anything missing, give Chloe a ring. She'll have a route round.
But this is all my stuff, my work files. What am I supposed to do with this?
I suggest you suit yourself, love. I don't think you'd be happy with my other suggestion.
Tom,
No, don't waste your breath arguing. You've made your bed. Now go and lie in it with whoever's prepared to have you. Certainly not me, I know that. Go on, out. Out!
What are you looking at?
Now, the only time we see Viv Hope in a foul mood is when there's not enough scandal to cheer her up.
It's a price worth paying, I suppose.
Oh, I'm glad I've seen you. I was thinking we should make this tea dance a regular thing. There's enough interest.
Yeah, I thought the same. I think we could manage once a month.
Oh, what? To give all us old folk plenty of time to recover before the next one. Some of us can manage the odd foxtrot, you know.
It's not you I'm worried about. It's me keeping up with you.
Steph seemed to come out of herself a bit. I think you probably did her good in the end.
Yeah, I suspect that's a long road, but at least she's on her way. We hope.
I might even bake next time.
Well, if you do, we'll have to double the ticket price.
Rum and Coke, please.
And you will have a rum and coke, madam, as soon as I finish serving the person who's here before you.
Yeah, that's me. But if you want to get him in, don't let me stop you.
And why would I possibly want to increase your already impossibly high blood alcohol levels?
Because I might just fill you in on a few of the highlights of the Big King versus a charity grudge match up at Oldgate Farm. Worth a pint by anyone's reckoning, I'd have thought.
You're a very unpleasant man, Shadrach Dingle.
No need to chat me up, just pay for the ale.
Rum and Coke, then. Whatever he's having.
Wonderful to see that romance is not dead.
So, how's Escape from Home Farm going then?
Half the village know by now, do they?
Half the country, more like. She rings somebody wondering where you are, they ring somebody else.
Yeah, well, I'm not there, that's all there is to it.
And you're packing in your work.
Not that you'd be bothered by that.
That's why you're on, kidder. What worries me is, seeing as you're still a partner and all that, you might still be expecting a wage.
I'll manage.
And that's your mature and considered response to everything that's happened, is it?
Have you finished?
Unless you buy me a drink.
I don't think so.
You just don't think. Try it for once. Might be good for you.
Can I have a big pint of lager, please? And can I have an aeroplane ticket to somewhere a long, long way away?
Beer we can do, but therapy you have to order in advance.
Bag of this, then, please. So, do I detect a continued low in the atmospheric pressure, Sher Kirk? No, it's just, well, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Stop. Paul, do me a pint and all, will you, please? Right, I want to tell you jokes all day. That'll teach you.
But there's loads more, but, you know, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Well, I might just run to one more pint if it's worth it.
Well, I do deal in other currencies apart from beer, you know.
Yeah, so you keep telling me.
Look, why don't you give in? You know it's inevitable.
I didn't realise I'd been out this long.
Hey, look. You've scratched my back and I'll...
Glynis.
A blast from the past?
To what do I owe this dubious honour?
Nothing's changed, I'm pleased to see.
Except maybe the circumstances of the occupant. Suppose I should offer you a drink, eh?
Very gracious, Eric, but this isn't a social call. Your efforts on behalf of the village hall have gone down very well with the current powers that be.
You?
And other colleagues. We realise this is all part of your drive towards rehabilitation.
I'm not a crook.
Not according to the courts, no. Some of us have been having a little chat, in camera and all that, and we thought you might be right for a position that's opened up on the Arts and Leisure Committee.
Political Siberia.
Station on the road to redemption, shall we say. We're looking for someone to oversee the closure of Robblesfield Library.
That sounds rather popular.
Well, petitions and demonstrations seem to show otherwise.
The poisoned chalice.
Right up your street, Eric. Maybe I'll stay for just a small one after all.
Anyway, it turns out that Kane and Charity were never at it in the first place. Well, not this time anyway. It was Sadie. She set the whole thing up. Paid for a surveillance unit, computer-generated images, the lot. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, of course I am. Fake pictures.
So she, Charity, films herself with Jimmy King going at it in some hotel bedroom somewhere, and then she plays it to Tom King as if it's one of his holiday videos.
Well, I'm sure he's seen that sort of thing before.
Not with his family in it, he hasn't. Anyway, apparently...
Viv, can you save this for someone else? I've got enough trouble with my own family.
I was just getting to the best bit.
Dad? Dad, I know you're in there. Please. I just want to talk to you, that's all.
Has it occurred to you they may not be in?
Oh, yeah, it's just a little game we're playing.
Rubber, from head to toe.
You're joking. The dirty swine.
Nothing surprises me when it comes to charity.
Do you know what? I always thought he had a look about him, that Jimmy King. You can spot them a mile off.
You weren't there, Mrs. Hope, so you don't know.
Well, it's just as well I wasn't. I would have passed out from the shock.
Because you're so very delicate.
Oh, shut up, Emily. Now, here she is, Miss Marple. Hope you haven't come here to flog us one of your video nasties. We only rent out family viewing.
What? We were wondering when it's coming out on the DVD.
Yeah, I could do a musical, The King and I.
Oh, not so sweet, Charity.
Can I get you anything, Mrs. King?
I assume you two harpies are referring to private business that concerns me and my family and nobody else.
I think it's just gone public, love.
Really? Then I recommend, if you want to continue spreading your vile little rumours and insinuations, you better be damn sure of the facts. Because I know a lawyer who specialises in slander, and I'd back him against yours any day. Do you understand?
I'll get you.
Still a bit cold for sitting out?
If my dad had let me in, I wouldn't have to.
Oh, are you sure there's somebody there?
Oh, they're in there all right. And they'll have to come out sooner or later.
Well, you don't want to be getting yourself all worked up for a confrontation.
I don't like being ignored, Edna.
Why don't you come back with me and we'll put the kettle on?
No. I have to be where I can see that front door.
Well, you can't sit here all day. How about nipping in for something a bit stronger? Do us both good.
Why can't they see that I'm trying?
Come on. Nice drink, good warm-up. That's what you need. Come on.
Okay.
I can't help feeling sorry for her, seeing her like this.
I can. It's all a front, this brand new shiny Steph. Who's she trying to kid, Alan? We've known her too long. As soon as she comes up against something and she tries to wheedle round and she can't, she'll turn. Just you watch.
What the hell are you playing at, Jimmy? This is ridiculous.
Oh? Still, better than Jimmy grow up, which is what I usually get. Well, I have. And I've opened my eyes, unlike some. Excuse me.
Look, sit down and we can work something out.
Sorry, it's too late for that.
Well, where will you go?
Anywhere away from you. Carla put me up here for a couple of days while I sort myself out properly.
Think what you're turning your back on.
You?
No, not just me. Your dad. Everything you've worked so hard for that we both have.
That's all you care about, isn't it? Your straight line to the money. You don't give a toss about me.
No, that's not true. Jimmy, please, don't leave me on my own.
I've lost everything because of you. The only one I'm looking after from now on is me. Now, if you don't mind...
Look, Jimmy...
Get out!
Hello? You're not avoiding going home by any chance? No. Well, it's not like that, is it? It's like, listen to me. What about this Edinburgh trip? Maybe when you're away and it's just the two of you. There's nothing wrong with Emily, though, is there? It's me I'm worried about. I don't know, you're probably sick and tired of hearing it, but... Well, you know, it's like the more effort that you make, the more it feels like you're making an effort. It's just contrived, isn't it? Especially when you're trying to be spontaneous. Stop beating yourself up. You have got love, loyalty, security for as long as you want it. Most people don't get anywhere near that.
I'd be a pariah, reviled for evermore by the Catherine Cookson Brigade. A Philistine with an axe. You really stitched me up with this one.
Just bide your time, Eric. Do a good job and smile while you're doing it. Tell them it's tragic but inevitable. All that spin.
It's blatant political assassination. True Glynis.
Right. At the risk of straying from the language of diplomacy, shut your face, get them in, and stop going on about it. You'll either give up or you'll get on with it. Only decide now, before I save your assassins the bother.
You're right. You seem to have forgotten. It's Eric Pollard they're dealing with.
I thought this was just going to be for a couple of nights. You're my brother, aren't you? What kind of an attitude's that? If I'm in your way, I'll go somewhere else.
Oh, calm down, you woman. It's all right.
Has he not gone yet?
Oh, it's hard not to be touched by this outpouring of warmth.
What's wrong with the B&B?
Chloe.
This your house now, is it?
Look, we're just going to have to get used to these unusual circumstances.
Whatever. Obviously none of my business.
Got a couple more nights isn't going to do anybody any harm, is it? Just got away from one sour-faced dragon. I could do without that.
She's just a bit thrown.
And I'm not.
You see, when you clean for folk, they can put on as many airs and graces as they want, but it means nought, 'cause dirt never lies. And them kings, they're no different than anybody else.
And I suppose you lying about my dad not being in puts you on the moral high ground, does it?
Can we forget about the kings and their sordid goings-on? Look, if you're joining us, we're just having a nice, quiet drink.
No, well, you see, I was in what you might call a compromising situation there, and they are living in my house.
But I was very polite and respectful to you on the phone, Betty. I just expect the same in return. There, but I won't dwell on it, because I've said it.
No, I suggest we change the subject.
Ladies, can I buy you all a drink?
Oh, damn.
So, from pornographic videos to cocoa and slippers at the Kirk's household. See you later.
I dream of being boring one day. I can't wait.
Just an orange juice and whatever the girls are having.
I thought I'd come and help you with the drinks.
Steph, if I were you, I would let your dad and Shelley come round in their own time.
What brought that on?
I saw you waiting outside the house before you came in here with Edna.
I just want a conversation with me old dad, that's all. I think he's being unreasonable, and I suspect that Shelley's behind it all.
Yes, but you have to be careful that this isn't misconstrued as harassment.
Well, that's true. People can twist things.
Look, I think that Shelley has your dad's best interests at heart.
Well, that should include his daughter.
Have you ever tried writing things out, writing your thoughts out, help you rationalise things? You can detach yourself, order things out, then have a look at what you've written, and then chuck out what doesn't seem right.
Well, I could give it a try. I just want to be nice to people, that's all.
Is there something I've forgotten about?
No, I just thought we both need a bit of a change, since we missed out last night.
All right, because you're usually the one that wants to stop in.
Well, I've booked a table at Mario's now.
Just because I was moaning.
No, I let you down last night.
No, trying to do right by somebody else doesn't mean you letting me down.
Well, I should know better than to get involved in Mrs. Hope's private life.
Well, let's stop in then. I'll cook. We don't have to get changed, and then we'll save on the taxis and don't have to sit in a room full of other people who we don't know, and just be me and you.
I thought you wanted to get out more. I don't know, do things.
But we can do things in here, can't we? We might have to shift the washing off the table, but still.
I'll cook. You shift the washing.
Deal. Emily, I just want things to be like they've always been, really. I mean, when have me and you ever had to try and work at anything?
She's got some front on her, that one walking in here bold as brass.
Brass is both hard and cheap, Betty. Let's say no more on it, eh?
If you don't mind.
I'll have a white wine, thanks.
White wine, Paul, please, when you've got a minute, mate. Are you looking for me or just out with some of your many friends?
If the chattering peasantry expect me to stay in doing penance for the sake of their fragile moral sensibilities, they can forget it.
You just misunderstood, Sadie. You don't have to tell me.
Oh, you see, that's the point, really. We're very alike, you and I. Although you'd hate to admit it. We both like being on the winning side.
Actually, I prefer to be referee, if you must know, but go on.
Well, all I'm saying is I hope that nothing that's happened recently will put up any barriers between you and me.
Always keep an open mind, eh?
I'm not giving up anything without a fight, Matthew.
You just need a bigger army.
You could put it that way.
And I wouldn't want you for an enemy, would I?
I'd make a much better friend.
I doubt it. I like to keep my enemies where I can see them.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means on your bike, love. I don't want to know. Cheers.
You can stick your drink up your...